Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shoeless for Outdoors, and today we're going to be going over my camping gear that I need to get out there and camp with my family. So, like I said, the way I've always said this, whether it comes to fishing, camping, hunting, whatever, what I do works for me. It may not work for you, but some of this stuff may help you downsize all your stuff. I remember the first time me and my wife went, we had all kinds of stuff. I had like a Coleman stove, 3 pots and pans, a little grate we put over the fire, had all kinds of stuff, and it was fun. It worked really well, but it was just a lot of unnecessary crap that we carried with us. So today I'm going to be going over the stuff that I find that me and my family have to camp. So basically, I guess you can say this is an essential camping gear video. So we're going to start off with probably one of my favorites. Let's get this out of the way. And probably one of the most essential parts of our camping gear. This is my Bison. This is going to be the 25 quart cooler from Bison Coolers. They're based out of Dallas, Texas. Y'all have seen this before. It's got a little rack for my dry goods. I put my drinks and stuff. And then I've got the C-deck top material on top. This is really good. We don't, I've never been camping longer for 2 days in a row. So this is usually all I need, and I usually carry a soft pack anyways. So this is a must-have for us. This keeps all of our milk cold, our juices cold, our meats, everything. All of our groceries we put in here. I also have a soft pack that I don't have right now. It's in my truck. I've been using it as a lunchbox for work. So after going from the cooler, I would say the second most important thing that I have to have on the trail as far as just the essential gear is the Timbo Tusk scuttle. I have a scuttle. I've got all the attachments for it. This is probably the greatest purchase I've made as far as overlanding gear. This is like, I call it the oven conversion. It's just a little deal you stick on top of the scuttle so you can trap heat, turn it into an oven. We melt cheese that way, whatever. So I've got the scuttle. That is the big one. That is the big one. It ran me about $300. I did buy it. It was a showroom floor model. They'd used it twice. So basically I paid $50 less for a already seasoned scuttle. So, I mean, some people will say overpaid, but as much use as I've got out of it so far, it was worth every penny. I will be doing a video on that here pretty soon. I can make biscuits and gravy on there. I did watch Jason Darrow from Primal Outdoors to learn how to do that. So going from that, we went over our food stuff as far as keeping it cold and cooking it. Now I'm going to get into the other essential stuff. So like when you're on the trail or out there camping, even at a state park, which is completely fine, voice crack, completely fine, you got to have water. So I just bought this little, I believe this is a 6-gallon or 23-liter Igloo water jug. I did buy it from Academy. I think I paid like $17 for it. It's got a little nozzle or a little thing. You pull this out, allows airflow so it pours out evenly. You have the screw cap. Take the lid off. This is like almost like any gas can you buy. It's got the nozzle. You pull the little cap off, flip it around, screw this on top, and you have a spout. If you ever need water, we use it to fill our shower. We use it to clean the scuttle for our sinks or whatever. You just grab it, pour it out, and you're good to go. This is a really good investment. I think I paid like, if I can remember, I think it was less than 20. I'll say that for safe measure, it was less than $20. Very good. You always have to have water when you're camping, whether it's for drinking or showering or whatever. Speaking of shower, how we shower on the trail is pretty unique. There's not a lot of people that do this. I think the person I learned this from is probably the only person I've seen do that here where we live in Houston area. This is a Wolfwise tent, privacy tent. Pops up. It's like 6 foot tall, and I think it's like 4 foot wide by 4 foot long or whatever. It's black, so you can't see in it, you can't see out of it. It's got some screens at the top. Provides lots of privacy. We do have this little bitty a little piece of like tarp, extra heavy duty tarp we lay on the ground so we can stand on it, shower, so your feet don't collect dirt from the water. This is very awesome. I think I paid $35 on Amazon. You'll figure out that I buy a lot of our stuff off of Amazon because you can get such a good deal. You can tell we've used it quite a bit. I've already got the little case here tearing, but it'll last us a little bit longer, and then we'll buy a new one because they're cheap. They're made out of tent material. It's not waterproof or anything. It's just made made for privacy. And we also use it for a toilet for the ladies, or if guys gotta drop a deuce out on the trail. The next piece of equipment, this is probably my favorite in far as for me. One of the top 2 things we do take with us. I like, believe it or not, I'm a very clean person. I like to be clean. I don't like to be dirty, especially when it comes time to, like, right before we go to bed. I have to be clean. I can't stand crawling in a sleeping bag or crawling under the blankets and feeling the stickiness or the grit from the day before. Just running around having a good time. I can't stand that. So I invested in a water port. This thing is awesome. If y'all don't know what it is, this is the portable shower. I usually have it hooked up on the side of my bed rack. Comes with a little garden hose. A nozzle. What you do is you fill it up. You can fill it up one or 2 ways. You can unscrew this, put the water in, screw it on top, and then you can pump it to build up pressure, or there's a little Schrader valve over here on this side. You unscrew it, hook up a compressor, pressurizes it, and you have a decent amount of water pressure coming out. It does hold, I think it's like slightly under 4 gallons of water. The other way, which is the way I usually fill it up, let's flip this around. You have this in where the hose connects. Everything is quick connect. I love this. It makes it so easy, so efficient. So how you do this? You run a water hose from your outdoor faucet at your house. Run it into here using the quick connect. And what you do after you have it all hooked up, you turn on the water faucet. You let it run till you can't feel or hear the water passing through the water hose and the tank. And when that happens, that means the pressure that's in here is equivalent to the pressure of the water that comes out of the sink in the house, out of the water hose, which on most houses, especially the houses I've lived in, depending on the area, most of your houses are going to be 80 psi. So this, believe it or not, will pressurize to 80 psi if you do it the way I just explained, and you will have water pressure for, if you're just taking a shower and you're real conservative with it, you rinse off, you soap off, then rinse off without having the water running the whole time. You can usually get, between me and my wife, I can take about 4 showers. Like I get 4, she gets 4, depending if she washes her hair. And then we can usually squeeze 3 or 4 baths, or little baths for the baby in there. This is the best money besides the Scottle that I have spent. If I can live without Scottle. That is just a space saver, but this, I can't live without this. This is genius. Whoever invented this, the guys at Waterport, you guys are awesome. This is not sponsored, by the way. I cannot stress enough that you guys get one of these. The only downside is it's not heated, so during the winter time it might be a little cold, but hey, it's not too bad. Depending on the time of year you guys actually do camp. I'm not going to go over everything that's in my bins. I will pull out some of the things that I think that are necessary. There's a lot of extras I bring. I bring 2 hammocks, one for me and the wife, because they're only one person's. Most of the time we have them side by side or whatever. But those aren't necessary to have. Neither is a little one-person sleeping bag. We usually have a big one we throw up in the tent with us. But out of my miscellaneous bin, the only thing that's in there that I find is the number one thing that I have to have on the trail besides the shower. Like this is my biggest, this is the number 1 on the list. This is the little Jackery. I believe this is like the I don't know which this one. This is the smallest one they make. I believe this is the Explorer 160. If I remember right, it's like 150, 160, somewhere in there. This We have had this on the trail for 3 days and have only used like 30% of it. This charges phones. I run the lights off of it. I charge the Bluetooth speaker off of it. In fact, here's the Bluetooth speaker. It's real little. We take that with us everywhere we go because music's fun to have. And then we also have this little Braun light that we got from Harbor Freight. In that, I'll show you. I'll have to show you the camping setup how we do that. But this will power that no problem the whole time, every night for 2-3 nights, and this only goes down about 30%. This does take a while to charge. If I remember, it takes like 4 hours straight. It's got 2 USB ports. It's got a normal plug like you have in your house. You got a 12 volt and a USB. I believe that's a Type C. But this is the #1 thing that I have to have on the trail. It keeps me powered, keeps my walkie-talkies powered. Keeps my iPhone, my iPad, keeps all that charged, so when we're out there we have plenty of power so we can listen, keep with the weather, keep in contact with the babysitter if we leave the little one somewhere for a couple nights. And then I also have this little bitty one. This is a little Blackwood you can get at Walmart for like 20 bucks. This is nice too. We also use these to power the LED strip lights that are at the top of the tent. So that's that for the miscellaneous box. As far as the essentials that I think everyone needs out of there, like I said, there's a lot of extra crap that I don't think you have to have. Like I got extra paracord, which you all should carry paracord anyway. But as far as just to get out there and camp, like your basic ground tent's gonna have extra paracord with it. All right, next up on the list, this is a portable propane campfire pit that I bought at, actually my wife got this for me for Christmas. I love this thing. I do take this a lot because a lot of places we go camp at, they have some kind of burn ban. You can't burn wood or whatever. You have to have a controlled flame. And this is the best way to do it. So it's real simple. I think it's $45 at Tractor Supply. Cheap metal. It's got a little cord that comes with it. Comes with the lava rock, everything you see here, and it is awesome. It keeps you, if it's cold, like, I think the coldest we've camped so far is like 40, 42, 43 at night, and we still had to have a hoodie around the fire to keep warm. All right, last on the list is the kitchen box. I used to carry, but like I said, I used to carry a bunch of crap that was unnecessary. This is the essential kitchen box that I'm going to take this with me no matter what. Inside we've got 2 collapsible sinks. These are nice to wash dishes in when you're on the trail. As you can tell, they just pop out. You got 2 of them. To conserve water, this is really nice. You can fill this about halfway with water, soapy water. The other one with clean water. You wash it, you rinse it, you hang it out to dry, or put it out to dry. It's super efficient, super simple. They collapse down. They take up almost absolutely no space at all. And I don't know, I think we got these on Amazon, but I think you can buy them at Walmart. They're a little pain in the butt to put up, but after you get them collapsed down, they take up almost little to no space at all. We have a coffee, a little French press, which is super nice. If like one of us wants coffee, we'll use to make instant coffee in a little solo cup right here. We do have a big old box of trash bags. We use those from everything from obviously throwing our trash away, and those are also our trash can liners. So like we have a 5-gallon bucket. We have a little bitty toilet seat conversion. If you haven't seen those, I'll find it here in a minute. But put the trash bag, put the toilet seat on there, and then when you're done going to the bathroom, you just pull it out, tie it up. It doesn't stink because we get the scented ones, and they're perfect. For as far as if we're gonna actually have a legit fire pit, I have a fire poker. This isn't necessary, but this is also nice. So you're not having to. Usually we used to take a stick and we'd poke it. Well, throughout the night it gets shorter and shorter and shorter because it'd slowly burn. To start fires, or if we're going to use the grill at the state park, I usually do bring a quart of lighter fluid. I like it because it usually should not explode like gasoline. It's a lot safer to use than gasoline. I have a dill of coffee. If you're going to camp and you like to eat eggs like we do, this is gonna save you so much headache. It's gonna save you a lot of trouble. You put your eggs in there, it's plastic, so you know you can rattle it around, your eggs won't break. I usually put eggs in here, then I'll stick it in the ice chest, and they last the entire trip. We have 2 bowls. We have about 4 plates, which is the green enamel. We get those from Academy. They're super, super cheap. I think I got 2 of them for like, I got the plates and the bowls for like $8. I have a cutting board, a deal of dish soap, and then I have like cooking utensils, like a wooden spoon, a spatula, a knife. This is what I keep my spices in. I think my wife got these at Academy. I got salt and pepper in one, cinnamon and sugar for like cinnamon toast in the mornings, and then I got garlic powder and cayenne pepper. I think that's like the main spices I do use. I do keep this little grate in there. That's for the scuttle. That helps me when I do my when I make my biscuits. I keep a couple koozies. I have a pound of all-purpose flour. And that's about it. This is our kitchen box. This is what I usually use. This is what I mainly use on the trail. I don't go anywhere without this box. This box is a must go at all costs. So guys, there you have it. I usually will bring another Sportsman's trunk when we go somewhere. And in there I'll put our dry goods. I'll put like bread, bags of chips, and then if I have enough room, I'll throw a suitcase in there because they're not waterproof. But they do a pretty good job of keeping rain or any other kind of splash. If we're going over a creek crossing and we hit it really hard and really fast, it usually keeps everything pretty dry. But, so all in all, I got 2 really big Sportsman trunks. I got a medium-sized one. Got my water tank, shower, ice chest, scuttle. And then if it's cold, like cold, I do have a little buddy heater, like the little cheap one. We don't take that. We haven't really taken that a lot lately because it's been rather warm when we camp. Alright, the last 3 pieces of essential gear that we take with us. One is this table. This is just a little camp table. I think I got it at Academy for 25 bucks. I think I've seen these suckers go from $10 at Walmart all the way to like $100 at REI, depending on the brand and size you get. I really don't think it matters how much money you spend on them. They're all about the same quality. They're cheap aluminum, and they do their job. I take this with us. We eat off of it. I use it as a prep table. If we're sitting around a fire, just set a drink up there. You know, sometimes I make coffee on it. So this is actually really, really good. This is probably one of the staples that I would say this is like a top 5 item. Also, the chair I sit in, we have 2 of these. You get them at Walmart for like 25 bucks. They got a little fold out deal right here on the side. You put your drink. So if you don't have a table, you can put your drink and food right there. And they're pretty comfy. I wouldn't say they're the most comfortable chair in the world, but they're pretty comfy. The last item on the list. Not all of y'all need this, but parents out there with a newborn, I would say anything from 2 months to a year, this is a must-have. So we got this from a set of friends that we go camping with, Mr. Derek and Ashley and their little boy. They use this for him. They gave it to us when we had her, and then I'm probably going to give it to somebody else when they have a kid. It's just going to be passed along. So what this is, baby, it's a high chair. It comes with a little table, so when they eat, you can strap them in and they can eat. And it's also got a little covering that goes over the top to keep the sun off of them. So if they get tired of sitting, what's really cool about this, you have this little bottom piece that opens up. And you close this down so they don't get a little rash or rub raw. And it's got 2 little legs, like 2 holes. You can put their legs in, you strap them in, and they can stand up. Like our little girl, she's only 5 months old, can't really stand up on her own. We strap her in here, she has a ball because she's not sitting down. She can jump, kick her little legs, and she feels like she's up moving around like part of everybody else. So that is this is a big deal for us, me and my wife. This sucker right here has made our camping life and camping experience way easier, because if the baby's happy, trust me, you're gonna be happy. Thank you for watching the video. This is my essential gears that I have to have when I go camping, as far as me and my family, to accommodate all of us. During this time of COVID, it's kind of been a blessing in disguise. I see more and more people out and enjoying the outdoors. And when all this stuff is over, I hope people continue to be outside, being outdoors. One, it's good for you. Two, I think it's important that everybody, they can get outside and enjoy nature. Like God put it there for us to enjoy. Whether you're hunting, fishing, camping, it doesn't matter. As long as you get out there and enjoy it, go to your national parks, go to your state parks, go visit places that are monuments. Go see that, because they're, nothing's for certain. Who's to say that in 5 or 6 years, especially during these times, like, a big monument's taken down, like, you're going to be saying, hey, you know what? I never got to see that. I always kind of wanted to see it, but I never took the time to go. So, especially like I said, right now, get out there, go enjoy the outdoors. Take your family, take your little ones, take anybody you can. Like, take your brothers. It doesn't matter. Just get out there and enjoy it. And that's all I got. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Deuces.